Hey guys, welcome back to Final Fantasy Online. This is Fate, and today we're going to be doing the second dungeon of the dungeon log that we have here. Now, I made a previous video about this, about the dungeon log, and basically what I'm going to be doing is running through all these dungeons from the first one, Sastasha Ruins, or I'm sorry, Sastashan Caverns, I apologize, and we're going to go through each one. For the most part, I think I pretty much got all the quests, as I mentioned before. I may have missed a couple. I don't think I did, but you never know. I could have missed one. If I did miss one, post in the comments below which one I missed and where to get it, because I think I got them all, but I may have missed one. Anyways, so we did Sastasha last time, so today we're going to be doing the Tam-Tara Deepcroft. So I'm going to read this off to you guys. Since its establishment during Geldmoran times, this subterranean crypt has been used for generations as a final resting place for the remains of rulers and nobles. Since the calamity, however, these tunnels have become overrun with the Lambs of Dalamud, a deadly cult who worships the now fallen satellite as the savior. It is in the Deepcroft that these twisted souls silently plot revenge against those who fought to prevent the advent of Dalamud, summoning any dark presence who will aid them to this end, no matter what the cost. That sounds ominous, so we're gonna get to that. So this is a level 16 dungeon, and I'm pretty sure if like the last one, the max level will be 19. And so we're gonna be limited to the skills we use. So I'm gonna show you how to run it as a Dark Knight and the way I use my skills to run this dungeon. So that was fast. Usually takes longer, but yeah. So we're gonna jump right in. I'll let you guys watch the little intro, and I'll turn my mic off so I can hear it. Right, we are back, and it's just like the last one. It's going to be the same skill setup that I showed you. So we are level 19, that was correct. So it is 3 levels above what your max level is to be in the dungeon. So as before, the previous one, you're going to be using Unmend into Unleash. And that's going to be your basic go-to setup. You don't have Grit, the damage nullifying and enmity or aggro creating skill. So we're just gonna use the basic setup. Use your hard slash into spinning slash, and using blood weapon as you can use it. And of course I do have these other skills up there, so I'm a little bit tankier than those who are starting out. So I won't be using those as much. Pretty basic setup, you know, just Unmend into Unleash, use that a couple times. And then just start using your spinning slash into hard slash. If you have blood weapon, however, you don't need to be using Siphon Strike earlier on. Siphon Strike becomes more useful when you get Grit and Dark Side. Because Grit, you're not allowed to use blood weapon. So you're gonna have to use that if you're using your Unleash skills quite often. There we go. This dungeon's pretty simple. This one's not too hard. For some reason, Sastasha Caverns is actually a little bit difficult. At least for me it is. You know, it might be easier for some people. So our healer is actually pretty good. They're kind of spamming that cure spell quite a bit. And they're actually doing good criticals. So I don't have to worry about my life too much. The only thing I have to worry about is making sure I have aggro control. This one's pretty simple. The only difference between this one and Sastasha is that the bosses are actually a little bit more difficult. They are using a lot more area skills, so you're gonna have to watch out your placement on where you are going, where your setup is at. Like I said before in the previous ones, you kind of want to be on the opposite side, having the enemies facing away from your allies, especially if they are enemies that are doing area effect skills, ones that go through you, and if ones are, you know, shooting stuff at you and hitting everyone around you with an area effect skill. Now this room over here does have a treasure chest in it, but I'm pretty sure we're not going to be going to that. I think this party is just going to be running through the dungeon. But if you're looking for the treasure chest, looking for loot, that room on the side is one of them. I should have used a mend. There's a guy over here. You want to keep an eye on your surroundings, because some dungeons do have roaming units. And what I mean by roaming units is that some enemies do kind of just roam around. So you're gonna be careful, look around you, see where your enemies are. Because if someone sneaks up on you and kind of knocks out the healer, you're kind of done at that point. Because if your healer's done, unless you have some serious tanking abilities or have a grip load of potions in your inventory, you're gonna be kind of in a bad situation. So that is a treasure coffer. I guess somebody else got it, didn't show up for me. Treasure coffer is kind of random. They generally just give it to whoever. It's kind of like a random roll, like a dice roll. So if you're lucky, good job. If not, next time you get it. So this is the first boss. You want to keep them away from your enemies. Enemies away, facing you only. So I'm going to be popping my stuff. Using Rampart and Anticipation. Rampart gives you defense boost. Anticipation gives you a parrying rate increase. And for Dark Knights, parrying is your main go-to thing. So the boss changes into that one. I want to get control of the aggro real quick. So now I got control. So this guy does do an area effect skill, which he'll probably show up here in a second. And if I remember correctly, you can stun him. Yeah. Okay. So this boss you can stun. It's not like the other ones. This one is a stunnable boss. I mean, it's pretty simple. He's kind of basic. He doesn't have a lot of things he does. This one's pretty simple. It's easy. And he doesn't really cast that area skill too much. And I'm kind of wondering why my healer is behind me. I've never seen a healer go behind me. So this boss does drop this. It is a tank gauntlets. So those are pretty useful. This guy needs to come over here. There we go. Oh, he does an ability. So yeah, watch out for that. That is a Marauder type enemy. Yep. Interesting. Yep, there he goes again. He kind of casts that quite often. I said Marauder. Marauder is like an axe style tank class, in case anyone was wondering. That's typically the style of a Marauder. Why is this guy not attacking me? Come on. Get over here. Alright, so Blood Weapon. Blood Weapon gives you MP for getting hit, and also reduces your cooldown of your skills, so you're actually able to use skills more often. So I am going to pop my Rampart up, put that up. This guy's kind of annoying, so I'm going to stun him. Get him off my back. Typically, a mage caster that's using thunder actually has a fair amount of DPS, so you might want to watch out for that. Just letting you know. If they're casting lightning on you, I'm sorry, not lightning, thunder on you, they're gonna do it quite often, because that skill can spam. Let's see here, I think it's... okay, we came down this way, so left. I believe it's left. No, that's just a treasure coffer, but oh, I messed up. Okay, so we didn't really need to go this way. I was kind of thinking... I've done this dungeon several times and I thought it was the one where you have to get a item to take down Ethereal, but hey, look! Some Ethereal wristlets. So this is actually good for those who actually need to come this way. You can get epic loot like that. Purple is epic. So let's see what type of loot it is. So it's a mage style. Wristlets. There you go. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word. Kind of went blank there. So those are mage wristlets. If you're low level, those are really good for you at level 16. Yeah. So those do drop here. In case anyone was wondering. So these guys are little spider dudes. I am so confused why the mage consistently comes behind me. Usually the mages stay kind of far away. Yeah, this guy wants to get behind everybody. Oh well, he's really good. Yeah, he's a really good healer. Those cures are very useful. And he's spamming it quite often. And his mana is actually regenerating really well. So yeah. He's a good healer. And if you have a good healer, you don't need to worry as much about your HP gauge. Because your healer's got your back. Oh, look at that. Another... wow, this is a good drop for whoever's doing this dungeon at a lower level. They are in for some goodies. Those are some good items that are dropping. Alright, so here's the second one. There's actually a little bit more here. I'm going to cast that quite often in the beginning. So I'm going to cast this 5 times because they're going to take a little bit focusing those people down. Alright, so he's down. I'm going to cast that a couple more times to get this guy's control. I'm going to face him away from my healer, because my healer insists of standing behind me. Alright. Let's focus this guy down. Put up Rampart, because he's hitting me kind of hard. Oh. Now I could have stunned right there, but I wasn't really looking until the last second. I could have stunned him. But if you can't stun him, for some reason, if you're a paladin, you can't use shield bash. Or if you don't have the low blow skill, just run forward like this, and then run back. Okay, that was a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. I was trying to show you guys. Just run straight ahead forward. You'll dodge it immediately. Don't try to like run sideways, because if you run sideways, another epic drop. If you run sideways, you have a higher chance of getting hit by it. If you get hit by a skill like that, and if you're unlucky enough to get critical by it, then you're in for some trouble. Now typically the mage will save you, but if you're low on HP and you get critical, you may die. So just a fair warning. And it's easier for me because my gear is kind of maxed out since I am a higher level and I'm getting level synchronized. So these are the maximum you can be at this level. As far as I'm concerned, don't quote me on that. There might be strong, I'm not sure. As far as I'm concerned, I'm at the maximum you can be. So you want to be careful, especially if you don't have good good tiered loot gear. Then you're gonna be in some trouble. In case anyone's wondering, my gear is high-end gear. So, they are max stats. Oh, there's a guy behind me. Oh, did I get him? Okay, good. I did get him. I was gonna cast that. So to cast it again. This guy's not really that hard, but that skill does hurt. It does hit for quite a bit. So just be careful not to try not to get hit by it. I'm gonna keep an eye on my backside now. Alright, we're good. Now, I'm not using Blood Weapon as much, because this party is actually really good. We're actually kind of running through it pretty smoothly. Not all the time it's gonna run this smooth, like the Sastasha ruins. I keep saying ruins for some reason. I'm not sure why I'm saying ruins. The Sastasha caverns was kind of a little bit rough. Mainly because the people were kind of just trying to rush through it. And it kind of throws... If you rush through it, it throws your game off, to be honest. Well, it throws my game off, at least. Because I'm trying to focus the people I need to focus on. You know, and do what I'm supposed to do as a tank. But when you're rushing, it kind of throws off the game. You're kind of just like, oh, okay, I need to hurry up. You stop thinking about your rotation. You stop looking at your life bar because you're looking at the enemies around you. You're trying to control aggro. So it's a little unfair for the tank or for the healer. If the healer's new and they're not that good of a healer, you know, it kind of throws it off. So just keep in mind, you know, it's kind of like game courtesy. You know, you don't want to be the jerk running around like, wait, I don't need to go this way. I don't need to go this way. You don't want to be that jerk that's just like powering through it, and you screw up, and then you start blaming people, and then everyone starts blaming the tank, or the healer's like, well, you should do a better job healing. It's like, no, the tank should be a better job tanking. And then you start saying like, well, your gear sucks. You know, this stuff just goes sour, and you don't want that. And this game, I've only, actually, to be honest, I've only met one person that was kind of being a jerk. And it was the healer, and he was complaining about like the DPS or the support not doing their job or not getting out of the way of enemy skills. And everyone's new, you know, no one's perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm only showing you guys the way I like to play this game and the way I use my rotation. You know, I'm no game expert. I'll tell you that. I do this for fun. This is fun to me. This is my relief of, you know, a hard day's work. You know, like if I have a, you know, crappy day at work and I get on here, I start doing dungeons, I nail out bosses, tank them all, have fun, you know, get praises. There's a reason I have the heart of the party praise, because a lot of people accommodated me for my tanking skills, you know, and I'm not an expert, but I know how to tank, you know, I know what needs to be done. Do I make mistakes? Yeah, of course I make mistakes. You know, sometimes I pull too many people by accident. I'm like, oh, wow, I didn't mean to pull that many, and then we're in a world of hurt because I'm trying to cold aggro, and the healer's like, oh crap, I gotta heal this guy like crazy now, you know, because I pulled too many people, you know, and it happens, you know. You know, yeah, this game is just for fun, you know. If you take it serious, hats off to you, because you can take this game really serious. And you can be really good at it and get high ranking, you know. And that's good. You know, if you can pull that off, wow, you're an amazing player, you know, better than me. And I've met a lot of people that are way better at this game than I am. You know, but I know the basics, you know. I know what needs to be done. I know I need to control this aggro. I know I need to pop a potion when I need to pop a potion. And I know when I need to be like, oh, there's a lot of people who I need to put more defense skills. Like add rampart on, or I need to stun this guy, you know, stun him. You know, I know what needs to be done. And I have the courtesy of like someone's new, like, hey, it's first time run. Hey, no problem. You know, I'll help you out. Just stay at this spot, or heal me this way, you know, whatever. You know, it's all this game for fun. And speaking of tanking, there's actually I made the biggest mistake in this game earlier on when I first played it. And, you know, like I said, I'm not perfect. I was playing Paladin. I was playing Gladiator that turns to Paladin, and I went all the way to level 45 without picking up the Paladin, the Soulstone. So I was tanking as a Gladiator without the Paladin's abilities to be a Paladin, and that's like the tanking ability, the Shield of Oath, which grants you the durability, you know, 20 minus 20 damage to you, 20% damage to you. Yeah, I was still tanking those level 45 dungeons as a Gladiator, and that takes some serious skill rotation. I can tell you how many times I've wiped, going, "Oh, this boss is hard," and finally someone had the courtesy to like, "Hey, buddy, you're level 45, and you're still a Gladiator." And I was like, "Yeah. You're supposed to pick up your Gladiator skill at level 30 to turn to a Paladin, the quest line." I was like, "Oh." And I was like, "Do you really have to?" He's like, "Yeah." It gives you a vitality boost and a damage reduction boost. So I'm like, "Oh." And like, it also gives you better aggro control, so you're not spamming the crap out of your flash skill. I was like, "Oh. Alright." Yeah, that was a huge rookie mistake. I can tell you. The amount of trouble I had trying to tank as a Gladiator. And I mean, you can still do it. You can pull it off. Because I was able to pull it off, you know, after some serious rotation of skills. But it would have been a lot less of a headache to be able to tank as a Paladin versus being a Gladiator. So this is the final boss. It's coming right here. Who summons me from the void besides the crude vessel? Giant squid dude. This is actually a Final Fantasy type boss, and we got some loot. Plundered leather belt. Okay guys, that's what drops here. It looks like a DPS range. Anyways, boss time. Galvan the Dominator. So this is the boss, guys. Now he is a little bit different than the previous bosses. I'm gonna put on my skills here. The one, you can't stun him. He resists stun. Well, that's the first thing. Second thing, that comes up, and he becomes invulnerable, and you have to destroy this guy. Now, you don't really need to hit him. Your main job is just to control him, so I just wanted to show you guys what he was doing. Alright, come on. Oh yeah, so that's what he does. You can't stun him because he resisted, fully resisted. And when that comes up, the DPS's job is to go and kill that dude real quick. Oh, and your job is to make sure your healer doesn't get bombarded by those dudes. Okay, so this is getting a little hairy. Hopefully the healer can keep up. But yeah, your main job is focus this guy down. You don't need to be running off. You don't need to be. Okay, that's gonna happen. You need to run away from that. When he does that, run. And then of course, hash skill on him. And that's pretty much it for this boss. He does that. He summons enemies. Holy crap! You did it at the wrong time. No. So somebody did their ultimate, like a little ultimate meter up the top there. But he did it at the wrong time. And it's kind of unfortunate because that would have done some serious damage. But oh well. We tried. Okay, the DPS really needs to kill those guys. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm not getting any mana from this. That sucks. Cast that a couple more times. Are you guys okay over there? That should have been dead by now. Anyways, oh crap, Mind Blast. I'm gonna hit him with this. There we go. Now we got mana. There we go. Put that up. Now we can use blood weapon to get mana. There we go. Now we got mana coming in. It is a little unfortunate that we did lose our limit break. But it happens. This guy's not really that hard, and we're doing really good focusing him down. So he shouldn't do that skill again. I think I'm gonna kill him right here. Yeah, we got him. Yep, and we're done. Yeah, and that is the Tam-Tara Deepcroft. Really simple, not as long, not as difficult. Of course, we need to accommodate our fabulous healer for doing an awesome job. And let's check out this loot. So these are Acolyte's half gloves, Disciples of Magic. So this is basically a mage and or slash healer type gloves. I'm gonna say mage because it says magic, but I could be wrong. Anyways, good job healer. Good job team, wiping that really fast. And yeah, so that was the Tam-Tara Deepcroft, guys. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below, how you like the video, what I can do better in the next video, what you'd like to see. And of course, the next video we will be doing the next dungeon, which will be Copper Bell Mines. There we go. So that's it, guys. Hope you guys liked the video. Let me know in the comments below how you liked it. Thumbs up, subscribe if you guys like it. Post comments for future videos next time, and I will see you guys in the next video. Alright, bye bye.